You think you're alive? You're not alive, you're just not dead yet. And the difference between those two states is what you do with your time. Most people let time bleed through their fingers like sand, wasting days on nonsense that means nothing. They wake up, scroll, work a job they hate, argue online, and repeat until they die. That's not living. That's a slow suicide. Time is the only weapon you have that can't be taken from you. And yet you hand it over to losers, distractions, and weak pleasures like a beggar throwing gold into the sewer. The clock is always ticking. Every second you waste is a betrayal to the man you could have been. You want power, money, respect? Then stop acting like a peasant begging for scraps and start treating time like ammunition in a war. The battlefield is your life, and every wasted hour is a bullet you just fired into your own skull. Winners don't have free time. They have mission time. They don't watch the clock, they own it. While you're sleeping, someone else is working. While you're complaining, someone else is grinding. While you're hesitating, someone else is taking what should have been yours. Weak men need motivation. Strong men need discipline. You don't wait for the right moment because the right moment doesn't exist. You create it by force. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're scared, if you're not in the mood. It only cares about results. And when you're old and broken, staring at the wreckage of a life you wasted, you won't blame luck or the system. You'll blame yourself for every second you threw away when you could have been building, fighting, winning. The world is designed to steal your time. Social media, pointless jobs, toxic people, they all want a piece of you because they know time is the only thing that matters. But you're not a victim. You're a predator. You take back what's yours. You don't ask for permission. You don't wait for inspiration. You move like a machine, cutting out everything that doesn't serve your purpose. Every decision, every action, every thought is either moving you forward or holding you back. There's no middle ground. There's no maybe later. Later is the lie losers tell themselves to avoid the pain of discipline today. You want to know the real secret of the elite? They don't have more hours in the day. They just refuse to waste them. They don't tolerate distractions. They don't entertain weakness. They don't let parasites drain their energy. They focus like a laser on what matters and burn everything else to the ground. You think you're busy? You're not busy. You're disorganized. You're not overwhelmed. You're unfocused. Real men don't make excuses. They make progress. They don't complain about time. They conquer it. This isn't a game. This is war. And in war, hesitation means death. You either use time like a weapon, or it will be used against you. Every day you delay is a day your enemies get stronger. Every hour you waste is an hour your competition pulls ahead. You don't get another chance. You get one life and the clock is running out. So ask yourself right now, what the hell are you doing? Are you building or begging? Are you fighting or fading? Are you a king or a coward? The choice is yours. But remember, time doesn't forgive. And when your last second ticks away, you'll finally realize you could have been great. You should have been great, but you weren't. And no one will care why. Listen carefully because this is the truth they don't want you to hear. Time exposes everyone. In 5 years, you'll either be a king or a joke. There's no middle ground. Your bank account, your body, your skills, they're all just reflections of how you've spent your time. No more lies, no more excuses. The mirror doesn't lie, and neither does the clock. Legacy is built in stolen moments. Midnight oil burned. Early mornings conquered. Parties missed. Weak men call it sacrifice. Champions call it the price of victory. You think any great empire was built on 40-hour work weeks? You think any warrior became strong by taking it easy? Wake up. The world belongs to those who take it. And time is your most powerful weapon. Time is the one resource you can never get back once it's gone. Every second wasted is a piece of your future stolen from you. Money can be earned and lost and earned again. Relationships can be rebuilt. Opportunities can return in different forms. But time? Once it slips through your fingers, it's gone forever. This is why the most successful people treat time like gold, because it's more valuable than any currency. The weak squander it on distractions and temporary pleasures. The strong invest it in building empires. The difference between winners and losers isn't talent or luck. It's who respected time and who threw it away. Most people don't realize how powerful time truly is because they don't see the long game. They chase quick wins and instant gratification instead of planting seeds for massive success. But real wealth, real power, and real freedom come from compounding. Small actions repeated over time that grow into something unstoppable. The man who spends an hour a day learning a high-value skill will be a master in 5 years, while the man who spends that hour scrolling will have nothing to show but wasted potential. Time multiplies. Whatever you feed it discipline, and it rewards you with strength. Feed it laziness, and it buries you in regret. The weak think they have all the time in The world, they delay, they procrastinate. They tell themselves later until later never comes. The strong know that time is the one thing they can't afford to lose. They attack each day like it's their last because they understand that life isn't a rehearsal. Every morning you wake up with the same 24 hours as billionaires and champions. The difference is how you use them. Most people give their time away to things that don't matter. Useless entertainment, toxic people, empty conversations. Winners guard their time like a fortress because they know it's the foundation of everything they will ever achieve. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're scared, if you're not in the mood. It only cares about results. The clock is always ticking whether you're working or wasting. Weak men wait for motivation. Strong men understand that discipline is what moves the needle. You don't have to feel like doing it, you just have to do it. Every second you spend hesitating is a second your competition uses to get ahead. Time favors those who act, not those who wish. The greats weren't born different. They just refused to let time slip through their hands without a fight. The world is designed to steal your time. Social media, pointless meetings, gossip, they all exist to keep you distracted and weak. But you're not a slave. You're a warrior. You don't ask for permission to be great. You take it by force. Winners don't have free time. They have strategic time. They don't let others dictate their schedule. They don't fall for traps that drain their energy. They focus like a laser on what moves them forward and cut out everything else. Time is your most powerful weapon, but only if you wield it with precision. Most people let time control them. You must control time. Legacy isn't built in days. It's built in decades. The weak want overnight success, but the strong know that real power comes from consistency over time. You don't get ripped in a week. You don't build a fortune in a month. You don't master a skill by watching a few videos. Victory goes to those who put in the work day after day when no one is watching. Time is the ultimate test of commitment. It separates the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the achievers. The question isn't what you can do in a day. It's what you can do in 5 years of relentless focused action. When you're old and looking back on your life, only one thing will matter: how you used your time. Not your excuses, not your plans, not your potential, only what you actually did. The clock is ticking right now. What will you do with it? Will you let it slip away like most people, or will you seize it like the weapon it is? Time is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your connections, your feelings. It only responds to action. The choice is yours. But remember, time doesn't forgive. And when it's gone forever. The passage of time is the ultimate test of character and capability, revealing the truth that cannot be hidden behind words or temporary facades. Weak men crumble under its weight, while the strong use it to forge their legacy. There is no mercy in the clock, no sympathy for those who fail to prepare. Every second that ticks by strips away illusions, leaving only the raw, unvarnished reality of who you truly are. And what you've truly built. Excuses wither in the face of time's relentless march, and only results remain. This is the law of nature. Adapt or be erased. Time does not negotiate. Potential means nothing without execution, and time is the arena where this truth becomes undeniable. You may talk a big game today, but where will you be in 5 years, still dreaming or already winning? The weak cling to their potential as if it were a shield against accountability, but time tears that shield to pieces. It doesn't care about your plans, only your actions. It doesn't reward intention, only outcome. Look around you. The evidence is everywhere. The man who wasted his youth on distractions now begs for scraps. The man who disciplined himself now commands respect. Time spares no one. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams, and time is its executioner. The weak believe they have forever, so they delay and hesitate until their moment is gone. The strong know that every day wasted is a day. Their enemies gain ground. Time doesn't give second chances to those who squander the first. It doesn't care about your regrets, only your results. The difference between success and failure isn't luck or talent. It's who respected time and who ignored it. The weak are buried by time while the strong ride it to victory. There is no middle ground. The weak blame circumstances, but time reveals the truth. Luck runs out. Resources fade. Connections dissolve. In the end, only discipline and resilience remain. The man who built real skill thrives while the fraud is exposed. The man who cultivated strength endures while the lazy are broken. Time is the great equalizer. It humbles the arrogant and elevates the disciplined. There are no shortcuts, no lies that last. The clock always wins. The question is, will you be its victim or its master? Time magnifies every flaw in your strategy, every weakness in your mindset. The weak crumble under pressure because they never prepared. The strong stand firm because they trained for this moment. You cannot hide from time's judgment. You cannot fake what you haven't built. The man who skipped the grind will be exposed. The man who cut corners will be outlasted. Time rewards only those who paid the price in advance. There is no cheating the clock. The weak fear time because it reveals their inadequacy. The strong embrace it because it proves their dominance. Your future is not determined by luck, but by how you use each second. Starting now, time doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your past, only your present actions. The weak wait for miracles. The strong create them through relentless effort. The choice is simple. Control time or let it control you. Time is the final judge. It doesn't listen to excuses. It doesn't reward potential. It only honors those who acted with precision and power. The weak will look back with regret. The strong will look back with pride. The clock is ticking. What will it say about you? The clock is ticking louder with every passing second, and it's screaming one brutal truth. You're either using time or time is using you. There are no participation trophies in the game of life, just winners who understood this weapon and losers who got destroyed by it. Your future isn't determined by luck or circumstance, but by how many hours you've weaponized while others were sleeping. While they doubted, you should have been training. While they partied, you should have been building. While they scrolled, you should have been conquering. The evidence is all around you, in every failed man who swore he had time, and in every champion who acted like time was running out. Legacy isn't built with good intentions. It's forged in the furnace of disciplined hours. Every great empire in history was constructed by men who understood this simple fact: time bows only to those who treat it like ammunition in their war for dominance. You don't get what you wish for in this life. You get what you take through relentless, focused action day after day after day. The weak see time as something to kill. The strong see it as something to deploy with military precision. There are no do-overs when the sand runs out, just the cold, hard reality of what you did or didn't do with the hours you were given. Let me make this crystal clear. Your current life is nothing more than an exact reflection of how you've spent your time up to this moment. Your bank account, your physique, your skills, your relationships, all just mirrors showing you the truth about your time management. No lies, no excuses, just raw, unfiltered proof of where your priorities really were. The beautiful part? The next chapter hasn't been written yet. Starting right now, this second, you can flip the script and begin weaponizing time like the elite do. But make no mistake, this isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter with ruthless efficiency. The world's most dangerous men don't hope for more time. They create more time by eliminating everything that doesn't serve their mission. They don't have to-do lists, they have to-destroy lists. Targets they attack with precision every single day. While average men are lost in distraction, top performers are executing surgical strikes on their goals. They understand what losers don't, that time isn't just money, it's everything. It's power, it's freedom, it's legacy. Waste it, and you'll die with your music still inside you. Master it, and you'll leave a mark that lasts forever. Here's the stone-cold reality. When your final hour comes, and it will come faster than you think, you won't regret the risks you took or the enemies you made. You'll regret the hours you wasted, the discipline you lacked, the battles you avoided because you thought you had time. The grave is full of talented could-have-beens who never understood this simple truth. Don't be one of them. The moment to act isn't tomorrow or next week. It's right now while others are still asleep at the wheel. Your future self is watching your current decisions with either pride or disgust. Choose wisely. I'm not here to motivate you because motivation is for weak men who need permission to act. I'm here to deliver the truth like a hammer to the skull. Time is the ultimate weapon, and right now you're either loading it or bleeding from it. There are two types of people in this world. Those who understand this and build empires, and those who don't and become slaves to those who did. Which one will you be? The answer isn't in your words, but in your daily actions and how you spend these irreplaceable hours that determine everything. The final word? Tick-tock. The clock doesn't care about your feelings, your excuses, or your circumstances. It only responds to action. Every second you spend reading this is a second you could be acting. So what's it going to be? Another day of empty promises or the first day of your new life as a time warrior? The choice is yours, but choose fast because time waits for no man and destiny favors only those ruthless enough to seize it. Now get to work.